Bordewyk, our Public Information Officer, will present this item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. It's my pleasure tonight to present to you the March 2023 progress report. The first thing we'd like to talk about is the food insecurity or the food nonprofit facility. And as we heard earlier tonight, the entities have been in the facility for a while now, and you can now mark your calendars for the open house and ribbon cutting on Thursday, May 18th. Please stay tuned for the specifics of times for that, but certainly we invite the public to participate in that. The building is home to the Brookings Area United Way, the Brookings Backpack Project, Senior Commodities, the Food Pantry, and the Helpline Center. And the location is 908 Hope Drive, which is north of First Lutheran Church. Then, as Mr. Mayor had asked earlier, here are photos of the fire training tower as it is being constructed. It was delivered in mid-March and setup took place last week. There are a few items to complete, and of course those will be weather dependent, including the ground thawing, and those include trenching in the underground electrical, installing new propane tank, and trenching in the piping. All fire department instructors will need to participate in 2 days of safety and operational training before the facility can be used. I can tell you there has been a lot of excitement among our fire department members and even fire departments in other communities who have seen the news stories about this. There was a news story, I know for sure, on Kellaland about this, and so it's an exciting thing to watch come to fruition. The training uses for this facility include 2 burn rooms, a maze, a wall breach, rappelling tower, forced entry door, garage door cutting, and a confined space. Then, as we are all eager for spring to arrive, we're also eager for something we look forward to every year, and that is our annual spring cleanup. The dates have been announced. The April 10th will be the first day to set items on boulevards. April 16th will be the last day to set items on boulevards. And then Monday, April 17th, our city public works crews will begin pickup. From April 10th through 29th, city residents will be able to go to the landfill and take items there for free dumping. And so continue to watch for details on this as we get closer. For the second year in a row, we will have a real-time tracker available where people can actually see block by block which section has been picked up. And so you can find the tracker link and details about the spring cleanup at our website. You can go to cityof-brookings-sd.gov/spring cleanup. The Swiftel Center has had a very busy month, hosting 49 event days. The month kicked off with the NAIA National Track Social, and they had 1,705 attendees at that, which was the largest banquet in facility history. You can see on the slide at the bottom a photograph of that banquet. The Jackrabbit Memorial Calf Show also took place with more than 300 head of cattle. And then the Just for Kicks dance competition brought in nearly 55 attendees throughout its weekend. The REO Speedwagon concert brought in 1,742 attendees, and the Harlem Globetrotters 1,153 attendees. And so, again, it was a very busy month, has been a very busy month, and it's not quite over for them. For the Board of Equalization was held on March 20th this year. There were 0 appellants. There were 10 Equalization Office corrections that needed to be made, and council members Nick Wendell, Bonnie Specker, Brianna Doran, and Joey Collins, along with school board member Teresa Binkley, served on the board. This past weekend was the Friends of the Brookings Library book sale. It took place March 22nd through the 26th. The sale netted $7,396. The funds raised by the Friends of the Library support programs and projects at the library. The Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department hosted the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association State Tournament from March 10th through the 12th at the Larson Ice Center. 8 teams participated in that tournament. There were 11 games that took place over 3 days, and our own Brookings Rangers won for the 3rd straight year in a row the championship. And in case you haven't heard yet, that same Brookings Rangers team just took 2nd place in the national tournament in Minnesota yesterday. So very exciting season for them. The Edgebrook Golf Course early bird special memberships have been available since January 15th. The discounted price option ends this Friday, March 31st. So if anyone is itching to get golfing, they can get their membership now at a discounted price through Friday. The golf course has secured 5 additional golf carts for this summer due to the rising demand that has been experienced the past 3 years. And another thing that everybody looks forward to this time of year is the Summer Recreation Programs Guide, and that is set for April release. So stay tuned for that. We'll be getting the word out when that is ready and registration is available. And then the director search is ongoing. The deadline for the first review of applications was March 26th. For the police department, they had dispatch graduation. Certified communication operators Brittany Hoffman and Brandy Odegaard successfully completed law enforcement training, E911 Academy, and they are pictured there at their ceremony. And then also the police department has hired 2 new part-time community service officers. The police department, as part of the Brookings Police Foundation, which hosted the annual appreciation banquet for the police department on March 20th, recognized their Employee of the Year. That honor went to Patrol Officer Kyle Johnson, who is pictured in the middle of the photo that you see here with Chief Drake and a foundation member, Jeff West. And Kyle was recognized for his quick actions that subsequently resulted in saving the life of a motorist. And as I said, that event took place just last week. The police department also has been very active in the Brookings Regional Humane Society. If you check out the social media every Friday, I believe it is, you'll find one of our officers is pictured with the animals at the Humane Center. So this past weekend on Saturday, several of the Brookings Police Department staffers joined other animal lovers in a 24-hour overnight event called the Shelter Slumber Potty. And they enjoyed a time of eating, sleeping, and pottying with the shelter residents while raising money to support the Brookings Regional Humane Society's programs. And the image you see here on the screen actually shows several of the officers on those Friday occasions when they help promote all of the work that the Humane Society does in our community. The Public Works department has several things happening, and I'll start with the airport division. In the process of updating its 2023 Airport Rules and Regulations Policy Guide. The target date for that is May of this year, so that is in progress. The FAA grant for taxiway improvements and pavement maintenance, and the target date for that is August. The application is waiting approval and will be submitted to council on April 25th. For the engineering division, there is no shortage of construction projects, as you are well aware. The 22nd Avenue reconstruction, the target date for that completion is November, and the bid was awarded to Timmons Construction. The University Boulevard, the target date for the Phase 1 is November 2023, and then Phase 2 will happen in 2024. And that went to council today. Then we have chip seal happening. The target date for that is 2023, August of 2023. The bid was awarded to Top Coat Inc. Overlays also would be happening with a target date of November, and that award will go to the council on April 18th. We also, of course, have sidewalk repairs that will be continuing. These, of course, started last year and ran out of time to finish all of them. The target date for that is July, and that work, of course, will resume pending weather. And the I-29 interchange project, target date is July, and that also will resume when weather allows. 20th Street South, November is the target date for that. BMU awarded, and that project also will start pending weather. Then the engineering division also has several studies, reports happening. The first is the Stormwater Master Plan. That has a target date of July of this year, and the goal is to present that to council tentatively in May. The 6 Mile Creek study has a target date for June 2023. However, they are requesting a 1-year extension due to mapping concerns. The floodplain development target date is December 2023, and that status is delayed due to mapping concerns also. And then the master transportation plan, the target date for that is December 2024, and the grant application has been submitted and they are awaiting the award. The solid waste division construction projects, there are 2 of those that will be happening this year. The leachate vault construction with a target date of 2023, and then the leachate force main to sanitary sewer. The plans for that are, the target date for the plans is October with construction in 2024. So those plans are in development. Also with the solid waste division, they have the solid waste master plan with a target date of August of this year, and the goal is to have a draft to council in July-August meeting. The master fill plan, October 2023 this year, that's also in development. And then they're excited to have 2 new collection trucks. You see one pictured here. One either in late 2023 or early 2024. The streets division also has several projects underway. Maintenance first, and that is the thermoplastic replacement with a goal date of September 2023. The beginning of that will, of course, be pending weather. And then, as was mentioned, I know in the February progress report, the winter operations plan with a target date of October, and that is in development with the goal of presenting to council in September. They also have several new pieces of equipment coming, the John Deere front loader in April, a John Deere motor grader in May, and then a tracked UTV in May. And that is it. I will stand for questions, and if I cannot answer them, I will try to defer you to someone who can.
Thank you, Sherry. Any comments, questions from council?